Okay, on to the final stage of Marathon. I pretty much cleared out every single alien on this level. It should let me be able to beat this level. The final level of Marathon is, it's not really hard, I would say. It's just, if you don't know what you're doing, it can be kind of difficult, but it's not really that difficult. I wouldn't say it's the hardest level in Marathon. This is the final level of Marathon, which is not very hard at all. Bastard! Fuck off. Thank you. You'll see the invisible spit compilers here. And you'll shoot both of these switches up here in this part. The next part, I don't recommend shooting both switches. I'll show you what I mean when I get here. You want some? Come on, I'll be fair and fight you with my fist. Alright, for this part, it's not as hard as it looks. Even if you do mess up, you can shoot yourself over a grenade, then a rocket, but don't shoot yourself with a rocket. This part you want to aim at this switch right here. Another one you can't see the switch, so obviously you'll want to shoot this switch, which will take you up and go into this area. Kill all the fighters in here. And the couple troopers in here. There'll be a terminal. And you'll see right there is a invincibility power-up chip, which will make you invincible to all attacks except for fusion. And fusion only works in multiplayer anyway, so you don't even need to worry about it. Just kill the spit. Just kill these compilers because they're just going to get in the way. Their AI is horrible anyways. All they do is get in the way. There's some fusion batteries if you need them, which you probably most likely won't. There'll be a double life here, 2x. Go over in this area over here and go back and get the invincibility power up. I mean, you can do it, beat the level right now, which I can do right now. Even if you mess up, you can come back in this area and the invincibility will come back. It constantly respawns. Don't even worry about fighting these aliens. Just look for the switches and shoot both of them. There's one. Bastards, get out of my fucking way. Here's the other one. Look at the map and you'll see a platform here. Open up and just jump down it. You want to run through this area right here. Move. and then fall down into here. And there'll be a computer terminal. Or you could run across here and then go to the computer terminal, doesn't matter. And then you read the computer terminal. And it's talking about the Final Four attack is falling apart and shit and blah blah blah. Aliens have surrendered to this defense civilians in several areas, blah blah blah. And then it talks about the mid-9 military mark, the IV cyborgs were along the colonists, whatever, and acting together and turn back large stages for assault. They didn't expect the casualties to be so high. Well, if none of the civilians had weapons to fight against the four, what the hell were you expecting? A lot of the security, the cyborgs were secretly assimilated into our midst, so the cyborgs were taken over by the four, I guess. And then he talks about, whoops, the backstabbing politics, which surprisingly never surprises me. Durandal seems to be missing, but he doesn't believe himself to bring Durandal brought the cyborgs aboard. He thinks someone else did. He said there was evidence of a human messing with Durandal also. The AI Durandal, which kidnapped you and forced you to do certain missions in some of the levels. And he goes on to talk about the four ship vanished about 20 minutes ago. Thousands of four bodies were dead. And Durandal is probably very angry. I guess because he lost the four ship. I guess Durandal wanted to take over the four ship for some reason. And then that's the end of the message. If you want to read the whole story, you can always go on Wikipedia. And there's you carrying one of the Bobs who's gotten beat up by obviously a four. But now you know the four race are pretty much enslavers. They take over other races, and they were trying to take over this human race, which Durandal freed the Spit for some unknown reason. I guess he wanted this help of the Spit. And that concludes this walkthrough of Marathon 1. If I feel like I might do Marathon 2 playthrough. Here it just talks about a renegade force scout ship jumped between colony, blah blah blah. Doesn't look like anything else important really. And it talks about finding weapon pieces of fight back against suppressors. And I guess Durandal stole some technology about the four race, and he was laughing about it. And that's the end of this playthrough on Marathon.